This is the Henry's Child Podcast. Am I crazy? Or am I just raving?
Hello, fellow humans, and welcome to episode 75 of the Am I Crazy or Am I Just Raving podcast. I'm glad that we're here, and I'm glad that we can share just a few minutes together today. As you know, we're getting ready for an upcoming show, which I'm going to talk about. But I did want to address something that's kind of come up as of recently, and I was asked why I don't stream Henry's Child shows. And, you know, this kind of came up out of even just a request. So you might recall that I mentioned in the last episode how Bandcamp has this new streaming service that I really wanted to kind of try out by streaming rehearsals, right? And I'm still open to that. There wasn't much of a interest in it, so I decided to spend my energy elsewhere. And then, of course, the question came up, why don't you stream live shows for Henry's Child? Well, it's actually really simple, and it's part philosophy and just part logistics. But the reality is there's magic in the moment. And my intention isn't to cheapen the experience of seeing live music, because the best monitor and the fastest streaming platform in the world that's available is no match for literally being in the back of the room at a live show, right? Same goes for being on stage. We've rehearsed in Salem for almost a decade, and it's safe and it's comfortable, but there's no substitution for experiencing what it's like to actually perform on stage. So I want to honor that experience, and I want to make sure that people who show up, who bought their ticket, who've requested songs, they get that intimate involvement that they are seeking with the band. Could we get more fans by live streaming? Maybe. I mean, that's not really our goal at this point. But here's the irony. Here's the weird thing. At the same time, I love it when folks pull out their phones and take videos of the band, especially when we're performing. They're capturing a moment that is going to remind them where they were. It gives me something to post on here, and it's something that shares a sort of commonality, right? And when we play songs like I Will and Human Being that we're going to on Saturday night, you know, everybody screams and they go nuts because that is a frozen moment that we share. It's something that's literally irreplaceable because at this point, this is what we've got, right? It's truly the paradox of being present. Now, if you come to rehearsal and you sat on your phone while we were playing, I'd probably be offended. I mean, I realize that we're dependent on our phones for many things these days, but everything has a time and place, right? There are 168 hours in a week. We only rehearse for 2 of them. You know, we sort of expect people to be present. And, you know, that's the irony of it. I mean, in the past, I've mentioned about testing that new streaming platform where we sort of invite friends to rehearsal, which I'm still super open to. We have a couple cameras. We could actually do it. But there is truly a treasure to being present. You know, it's the glue that holds us together. And let's face it, we don't know when Henry's Child's last show is going to be. We don't. It could be the one coming up on Saturday. We just don't know. You know, said another way, I don't want to give anybody an excuse to not come to a show. And I realize that things are different now, right? We start a lot earlier. We get done a little bit earlier. You know, it's all about the family that we've created. And it's all about the experience that we've created together. So it's just another vehicle to deliver that, right? So that being said, I hope you can make it to RIO this weekend. It's in Roseburg. It's not that far of a drive. It's going to be Saturday, April 16th. The time is going to be 9 o'clock is when the music actually starts, but come early so you can check out the new merch and see 7 Second Circle, of course. Hyde and Jekyll, played a great show with them a couple weeks ago. They are in the middle slot. And of course, Henry's Child starts at around probably 10:30, 10:45. So come on out and check it out. Make an evening of it. You know, it's an old school bar show. It's $5 at the door. Be there before 9. We will wrap up around 12:30. Details are on the Facebook page. So to honor this and make the drive a little bit easier, I've actually thrown together the entire playlist for both of our bands. So Henry's Child, you can just go to our website and then type in RIO set, and that will take you to an embedded Spotify playlist of all the songs in the order that we're going to play them. You can actually do the same thing for 7 Second Circle. So 7secondcircle.com, RIO set, will show you all the songs that 7 Second Circle is going to play. If you aren't subscribed to our newsletter yet, go ahead and sign up there. If you go to just the home page, in the middle section here, you'll see this section that says leave your name and email below, and that will get you on the list. You get little updates like this. Also, 7 Second Circle is performing on the 23rd, the following Saturday, at Sam Bond's Garage with a band called Coup Contra Coup from Seattle. So if you live in the Eugene area, why don't you go ahead and come out to that show as well. It's going to be pretty fun. All the details, of course, can be found on the Facebook events page, which is actually ran by RIO Venue. So check it out. And again, hope to see you at the show. Take care of yourself and those you love, and I'll talk to you soon.
It came out my mouth.
Here, let me do a comment roll.